Hi gorgeous girls, I'm Adele from Get Gorgeous. I am a nutritionalist, I am a fitness expert, and I'm really interested in what makes your brain tick, the inner work that goes around with weight loss. So I wanted to talk to you today about what are beige carbs and why are they so bad for you. Did you see the recent BBC programme? It was brilliant, really interesting. It was talking about beige carbs, white carbs and green carbs, and the effect that those carbohydrates, carbs, have on your digestion. And did you know that different body types have a different effect with carbs, how they digest them, how they metabolize them? So this blog is going to tell you which body type you are and find out how you can metabolize carbohydrates better and improve your ability to process them. So we all know that carbs are a cheap, fast form of food, but how good are they for you? Carbs are really easy to cook, and when you're in a hurry and you want a fast meal, they are your go-to. I mean, who hasn't bought fresh pasta from Sainsbury's and felt that they were being healthy and virtuous and nutritious? I mean, it says fresh, doesn't it? There are a generation of kids that have been brought up on pasta and pot shots, so we've all fallen for it. No doubt carbohydrates are fast, but are they nutritious? Or are they damaging our health? That's what the BBC programme was talking about. What is the value of carbohydrates to your body? Zero. Shocking, Adele. Okay, but are all carbs equal? Are all carbs have an equal setting or a footing? No. Three types of carbs, very simply put. Beige carbs are starchy carbs. Now, when we say starchy carbs, that's what we normally mean by carbs. We say things like cereal, bread, pasta, potatoes, I adore, and rice. And then you have white carbs, sugar for carbs, and they're found in sugary drinks like fizzy drinks, biscuits, refined sugar in cakes. So if you're buying a pre-made cake or biscuit, they are full of sugar, full of white carbs. It's not good, okay? And then you've got your cosmic green carbs. Now, they're not ethically motivated, but I quite like the sound of that. Green carbs. They're not tree-hugging carbs. They're basically your veg. Okay, and if you're eating your veg, you're going to feel fuller for longer, in the same way you are with protein, and it's going to slow you down. Veg, or green carbs, the tree-hugging ones, are full of vitamins and minerals that you can't get anywhere else. They're called phytonutrients, and they're in your veg. Veg, green carbs, are also going to help with your gut bacteria. I've done a whole blog on pro and pre-bacteria. And when you get your veg down into the base, right down into your stomach, they're going to feed the probiotics. They're the prebiotics. Then there's also resistant starch, and that's things like high fibre foods like your lentils and your beans, and they go right down into your digestive tract. Okay? So if you're eating, let's go back to the beige carbs, the brown ones. Now, if you're a gym bunny, you're going to know that carbs give you energy, and nutritionalists were saying the same thing. I would go to the gym, I would see lots as an instructor, and I would see all the PTs eating buckets of pasta because it was giving us energy. It was getting us through the day. Not our thinking has completely changed, and nutritionalists know so much more than that now. You're looking for slow releasing glucose. You don't want that fast glucose. And the BBC did some research, and they asked some diabetics to reduce their carbohydrates. And do you know what their findings were? Number one, as they reduced their carbohydrates, the patients weren't as hungry. Okay, they didn't have that up and down load of glycemic index, didn't have the glucose and then the insulin drop, glucose and insulin. And by the way, your body can't digest, can't metabolize fat if there's glucose or insulin in your body. Okay, so first thing they found, that the patients that reduced their carbohydrates weren't as hungry. Okay, the second thing that they found was all their measurements had dropped. So when they did their measurements around their arms and legs, they'd all dropped. Thirdly, the type 2 diabetics, and one researched participant had been a diabetic for 17 years, had reduced his diabetes in 2 weeks. Now, this isn't me making these statements, this is the BBC, okay? Some body types can move and eat and metabolize carbohydrates better than others. So the program looked at the cracker test. Start by picking up a cracker, and when you notice the cracker changes taste, then you're more likely to process carbohydrates faster. And this is based on nutritional and body research known as the endomorph family or the morph family. They're all related to, yeah, you guessed it, that little morph character. You've got the mesomorph. Now the mesomorph, like Serena Williams, the tennis player, she builds muscle very quickly, so she can tolerate a certain amount of carbohydrates. So if she was doing the cracker test, she'd probably change flavour in the cracker within about 30 seconds. Your endomorph can't tolerate any carbohydrates or very little, and that's kind of your pear-shaped or your apple-shaped figure. You just can't tolerate carbohydrates as much, and you're going to find if you do the cracker test that you're not going to be able to distinguish a change in the flavour of the cracker, okay? Then you've got a third type. These are the most loved types, body types. They're the ectomorphs, and they are long and lean, and they what? Yep, they can eat as many carbs as they want. Okay, so I had a Swedish girlfriend who can snack on little bits of fruit and muesli all day and stay stick thin. I can't. My glucose would go through the roof. I'm more of a Serena Williams. Who am I kidding? But I'm more of a mesomorph, okay? So I hope that's cleared it up. Beige carbs are not great, especially if you've got that ectomorph body type, that endomorph body type. Okay, if you want to know more, I would love to chat. That's what girls do, we chat. Let's talk about your health. Let's figure out where you are now and what changes you can make. Let's see if you and I are a good fit. So click the link and join me. I'm Adele from Get Gorgeous. I'm a nutritionalist. I'm interested in your inner work, what goes on in your head and what stopped you from being the gorgeous girl you know that you are. I'm also into exercise. Take care. See you soon.